felt like spamming Callista just to practice my orb walking, because that champion rewards you with correct actions by immediately giving you a visual effect for it.
Yeah, but Callista's...
I mean, I don't want to learn her, but it's probably the best champion to pick up a mechanic like that and understand it.
I would wait till she gets buffed till I truly put time into it, because it's just like I could orb walk correctly and be like, yeah, I'm totally orb walking all over these guys, and then just get beat by some kid who's standing still. I'm not supporting Callista in general. I'm just saying if you want to learn how to orb walk, that's probably the way to do it. It's like it's kind of like learning to ride a bike and having training wheels. You don't go, well, training wheels suck. There's no way I can pick up chicks with these on. That's not what you're doing. That's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right. From a strictly mechanics standpoint, it makes sense.
We haven't even touched on this J4 top, man. What do we think of the Gnar J4 matchup? I feel like it's heavily in the Gnar favor.
No, J4 is a good pickup against Gnar.
Is it? Just because his wall?
Because like he can match the range poke, and he doesn't need to be in the minion wave consistently because the minions aren't dying fast enough for him to need to be there very often. And then he gets level 2. It's very rare for Gnar to get hop level 2. He might here. And once you EQ combo in, J4 starts off out damaging. As long as he doesn't cancel any autos, he should win a level 2 fight.
So we would expect what, Cloth 5 out of Gnar and maybe Flask out of J4? Or do you think the Cloth is better?
J4 is what I'm expecting here, just because he can spam his poke a lot more. And then for Gnar, he's gonna just go Doran's Blade, yeah.
Okay. Well, do you think Doran's Blade is enough to cover for that damage disadvantage he has?
It all comes down to the mechanics, buddy. If he can get the auto attacks in, if he eats a Q, he has to trade in like 3 autos. The problem with trading back with Gnar autos though is that you'll proc minion aggro and take a bunch of damage, so he's got to be really careful how he does it.
Fair enough. And for the first time, I think we actually see a Thresh going with the correct support item. It's not a coin; it is a relic shield.
I don't know about that ward though.
No, that ward's.
I'd rather 2 more biscuits.
Yeah, I agree. The ward is probably pretty good if you plan on invading like this, so I can't really say that it's a bad choice, so long as this was their plan all along. But it's going to come down to whether or not I think they land this hook. On whether or not
realizing that 2 of the red team do not have trinkets.
You know, you don't need vision.
Casper's gonna walk up. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing happens. Ooh. Gengenstein doesn't get the play.
Ooh, that's actually, yeah. But I would call that a successful invade from red team. They forced level 1 Nami bubble. She has no lane pressure. None.
I almost take Nami bubble every. I'm doing it wrong. I do everything wrong.
It's because you're a fool, dude. Like that ebb and flow is just ridiculous at level 1. They can't even try to fight you, dude. What is Thresh gonna do? Throw a hook at you? You throw a heal back at him.
It's true. I will bubble someone level 1 and auto attack them twice and walk away.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do? You might get 4 autos now. Not worth. As we see both junglers starting on the neutral camps, the double golems and the Gromp, pretty much the standard now. Should be seeing it all the time.
Pretty much the magic sausage in the mid lane with his fiddlesticks is going to be an interesting choice. Throws out the little blow-up dog, and I don't know, he's doing a good job of pushing that wave forward.
Why is it going to be a dog? It could be a lion or something. He could just be really bad.
You know what? That clown needs to get more creative with his balloon bending, because to me, it looks like a dog.
At least they're not snakes.
Yep. At least they're not snakes. Alright,
man.
Bubble comes out in the bottom lane. It does not hit anything but a couple of minions there. Buckshot to the back there as Nami walks away. Argento Lupa doing a great job of trading back with that boomerang blade, but this minion wave is rapidly approaching his turret.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pick up this farm underneath the tower, like setting up that front minion so he can last hit it nice and easy.
Yeah, definitely we saw Red Team taking advantage of the fact that the Relic Shield extra push power with the Buckshot just sets up a much faster push than a Bubble Nami will allow.
Very true.
Sivir just not able to match the push there and gets level 2'd on. Fortunately, looks like Nami is going to be able to survive.
Goodness graves! What?
No!
Whoa! Get in there with some auto attacks, Nami! What?
Nami!
Come on! Step it up!
There you go.
That could have been some kill money.
You go, girl. You go. Come on.
Oh my goodness, Lupo wants this Genkenstein. Boomerang Blade lands, heal comes out, he's not gonna flash for it. Bubble goes down, good knock up onto High Iron Bones. Our Lupo just lays a little bit of hatred, he's not gonna commit too far as he wants to pick up some of this farm that he's got going for him. But now he's coming back to it, he's like, you know what? It would be nice to have some of this money.
Yeah, and this is gonna be a tragic situation for Lupo now, because they should be, blue team should be able to freeze the spot lane out. And just kind of keep Graves away. This is a situation where you just go by guys. Like, this is only going to be bad if Nami sticks a bubble.
Oh, and there it is. Double bubble trouble coming down in the bottom lane. Argento Lupa walking up, gets the boomerang blade in it, forces flashes. Oh my goodness, Darth Froshi in the mid lane gets the streamers pull out of his back. Oh my goodness.
This is immediately troubling for blue team or purple team. Two of their pick champions, Thresh and Xerath, are falling behind, so they might end up just becoming CC bots, trying to land that stun, trying to land that hook, try to set up the Jarvan engage.
Yep, top lane Alexander Pendrex doing a fantastic job of keeping up with the disdain of Jarvan in the lane just by landing it down constant harass here. But he does need to be a little bit careful as he misses that last boomerang pickup. He's not going to get the reduced cooldown.
Yeah, it's a little weird in this top lane, man. As we see a bubble coming in on a Thresh, this could be a kill. As we see, oh my goodness, nice exhaust, but Nami gonna finish it with the auto, or Sivir, I mean.
Goes down top lane. Alexander Pendrex gonna have to jump away from J-Corn. Q lands, and he does land the stun just on the little corner. Don't go back in. If it was me, I would be priming. I'd be like, as soon as I'm Little Nard, turn right back around to swag on that Lee Sin. But logically, he goes back to base with the safe reaction there.
Yeah, definitely tragic there. What have the junglers been doing this game? Lee Sin's been top the whole time. They both managed to complete that Skirmisher Saber. That's the slow one, right? Help me out.
No, that is the one that does true damage per auto attack.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So again, guys, I'm not a jungler. I'm learning as we go.
You will learn as we venture off into LowElo casted games land.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah. we got a 13 CS laid on this Fiddlesticks, which is he's just taking advantage of that silence, man.
I don't know about this one, Bones. Bones goes in trying to get a quick cheese kill onto Nami, but Lupo reacts. He thought that they were looking at the shot, but they were indeed not. Takes a bunch of damage and now has to back up.
And it's just kind of unfortunate. We see Sivir using Thresh as basically a mana bot, catching every single hook with her spell shield, and Graves just does not have an opportunity to win right here. So they did do a good job of taking advantage of their double Doran's lane by backing early enough to get it. Though we should be seeing Sivir go back and get her BF sword. Let's take a look. Yep, that's going to be really hard for this bot lane, this red side bot lane.
Yep. Now the boomerang blade will chunk out at least a third of their health if it hits them. It's going to be really a sad time for them.
Dude, isn't Sivir the best champion in the game? I could sit here and watch someone play Sivir all day.
Good Sivir, watching good Sivir play is just soothing.
No, we're going to be extra critical on you, Lupo. Have you been using your W as an auto reset? I haven't actually watched.
Ooh, top lane, Red Sox Maniac trying to get the kill on Alexander Pendrag. It's just going to be one more Dragon Strike. He does pick it up, and off in the mid lane, Fiddle picks up a kill on Xerath as well, so different lanes taking different advantages right now, but overall it looks like it's going to be blue side that comes out ahead with that gold lead because of this bottom side that's got the early kill and a farm advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting... Bot lane's not that far ahead, whereas I feel like the Jarvan is significantly far ahead. Let's take a look at the gold differences. So there's about a 500 gold difference on the top lane, and about the same on Sivir, but I feel like Sivir's impact in the team fights is not going to be significant so long as Jarvan can land a good Cataclysm. Shutting down... Oh, Nami getting hooked right here. A little bit too far forward. Nice flay, but just not enough damage to finish her off.
Yeah,
good boomerang trade.
Graves got a little bit squeamish there. As soon as that hook landed, he just went all in, like throwing down the buckshot, dashed to the side a little bit to get a couple additional auto attacks, and really went for a double. No, just single double down there in the bottom lane. It looks like Fiddle's looking to enter the fight. He does get in. It gets reflected right back out by J-Corn. Lee Sin Q does land, and he's not going to actually take that pull. Double exhaust going down. High Iron Bones takes a huge amount of damage from that Simmer Boomerang Blade, and he's going to have to walk away behind the turret. And now Zera posting up near the back of the blue side Red Brush. He wants to try to get these ulti shots down to the bottom lane. Argento Lupo doing a fantastic job of just spell shielding that point blank hook from Genkenstein.
Yeah, you always feel bad as a support player when you are basically a Soraka for your enemy lane, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What Genks really needs to start doing is faking out Lupo by throwing out the auto attack. The auto attack that looks like a hook, and then just hook after that.
Or my Thresh is pretty rusty, but one of my favorite things to do with Thresh is actually his hook can be thrown in any direction. So if you run at an awkward angle, and you because the windup will always has freaking Alexander Pendragon just gets Cataclysm and Bob done.
So much damage.
But yeah, the Thresh mechanic I'm talking about is he will always cast his hook in the direction that his champion is facing, but it can go out in any direction from in a 360-degree circle.
Mm-hmm.
So long as you're careful about how you position when you walk up to hook, they will not be able to tell the angle you're throwing the hook at. So if he starts walking at wide angles and throwing across where somebody's going, it's going to be a lot harder to predict the angle.
Yeah.
And you could probably be able to snipe a Nami instead of a Sivir in that situation. Oh, man.
Yeah, just start focusing and bursting down this Nami, honestly.
Yeah. As we see, Nars decides, you know what, I've had enough of Jarvan kicking my face in.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Once Jarvan gets a foothold, it's done.
Yeah.
There's too much damage that comes down too quickly.
Yeah, as we see, maybe a couple Dragon Pings coming on as Red Team thinks Blue Team went for it.
Ooh, Red Team actually bringing their Jarvan down. This is a good rotation on his part, so he's going to be able to meet Gnar here since he's down in this lane. And that's going to cause an explosive fight here. Bottom lane, Argento Lupo eating the buckshot from the spell shield, but it's going to be the magic sausage who... that J4 damage it's scary, man. It is scary, and off of that, Red Team's just going to go ahead and take away this dragon. Blue Team not even ready to react.
Yeah, gotta wonder...
Hook lands onto Nami over the pit wall, and it's going to be their lantern. It's available, but it looks like it runs out. Lupo now ready to pick up a whole bunch of money. Walks into the face of Jake Horn and Red Sox Maniac, though. Good Nami wave coming out over the wall, and that causes Lupo to turn back around. For some reason, Red Sox Maniac turns back around and actually stops in place. He looks like he might be lagging a bit.
Yeah, he's got to be, man. There's no other way. This is there we go. Man, just a slide out. At least that lag probably cost him like a kill or two, but at least it didn't cost him his life.
Oh boy, that's unfortunate.
But Blue Team, nice reactive play to Dragon. Unfortunately, they give up the Dragon, but they should be able to pick up bot tower. Yeah, there it goes. I don't really know what Magic Sausage was doing there with 400 hit points. Even if he ulted it on the Dragon there, I do not. Without a Zhonya's, there is no way he was going to get the full channel on his ult off.
Yeah.
Or the full duration. Like, he probably needed to back up a little bit sooner.
Yeah, he got a little bit too saucy there. Just said, you know what, I'm not afraid of anyone. I'll just walk right up.
Yep. Unfortunately, got Genkenstein with the great hook. Cost him his life and secured the Dragon for the Red Team.
Yep, Casper jumping over the wall and Dark Froshi, and the Magic Sausage just charges it up right in the middle of the lane and jumps on him. I mean, that charges up a lot sooner than I expected it to.
Yeah, for sure, man. So what does Gnar do in this situation? He's already tried to roam, and Jarvan kind of matched it. Jarvan got more kills out of the roam than he did.
Oh my goodness, Exhaust goes down on the Magic Sausage in the mid lane. Hook comes down, play backwards from Genkenstein, and the Magic Sausage, it's going to try to heal up a little bit, but no. J4 slides in and lays down a bit of damage there to finish him off. Right now, though, Nars, it's really rough, because he's probably going to have to be forced to just go super hard tank. I think he needs some Ninja Tab Eyes before he does anything else, just for the mobility, because otherwise J4 is just going to be able to do whatever he wants. He won't be able to dodge any knockups without it, but Red Side getting so aggressive in the mid lane. Red Sox Maniac will take another turret shot, but that heal will save his life. Argento Lupo decides to show up from the bottom lane. Sivir ulti goes down, the bubble will land on Lee Sin. Hook goes down from Genkenstein onto Nami though, and he's going to get bursted out underneath the turret. Lupo picks up J4 off to the side there, which means he cannot actually defend this turret. I'm not sure if that kill was worth it.
I don't agree with that play. They really need Sivir, nice spell shield right there on the hook. But Sivir at this point, I know she doesn't have any items completed, but Red Team has responded to their Graves losing and their Xerath losing by they're just going to team fight from this point on. And the only person on the blue side team that has enough wave clear to stop this, this 4 or 5 man siege is Sivir. So Argento Lupo needs to be really careful about his positioning and probably needs to hover towards the biggest stack of his team members at the moment.
Yeah, even if it meant just him throwing out a boomerang blade and a quick ricochet off into the mid lane, that would have saved that turret. But the 5 or 6 minions that stayed alive there just allowed them to take the turret down.
Yep. It's going to be a lot of pressure onto him this game. I feel like he's going to have to try to stall this game out long enough with his wave clear so that Fiddlesticks can land that perfect ulti and turn any fight that happens.
Yeah, right now J4 has reached critical mass as his damage potential has gotten even higher with this Brutalizer. Hook goes down onto Casper in the red side jungle. He just decides, screw that box, I'm going to go straight into high Bones, and then walks away from the fight. Is he lagging? I don't know, because he gets to Bones and that says, you know what, I'm here, but now what do I do? And has to flash over the wall and leave. I would have continued to throw down a couple more punches on Bones at least.
Yeah, for sure. Also today, as we see him charging up his Q, and
he decides to try to skip over the wall and doesn't quite make it over. Kick back, Argento Lupo ends up in the fight with Gankenstein. Good Nami wave is going to speed up Lupo a little bit. Good flash over the wall is going to dodge both a Lee Sin Q and the stun there as he goes 1v1 versus Darth Throshi, who gets a little bit squeamish. What the? Is everyone afraid of Lupo? Come on, man! Like, you got full.
Hey, man. It's Sivir, dude.
Got the full mana, get him.
He's worried about catching the spell shield on like the ult, like that.
Oh man, I would have stopped where I'm moving, pressed R, and then triple tapped it on him real quick.
You can only spell shield one of them, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like multiple players trying to reporting lag this game. We've definitely seen it on Vi. We've definitely seen it on the Jarvan this game.
Yeah, it's been really, really rough. It's not a pretty
Gankenstein with the flash hook landed right onto Fiddlesticks, leaving him out to dry as Gnar goes down too, probably.
Pendrag throws the ulti down and he's going to knock him back. That's probably going to save his life. He's got his jump up fairly soon, but not soon enough as that J4 Cataclysm just destroys the rest of his health bar.
That J4 says, sit boy to the Mega Gnar, and down he goes.
Get down.
Unfortunately, Gnar and Fiddlesticks not the champions you would have overextending trying to push down on the inner tower.
Yeah, Gnar is also being very, very stubborn with his build. He wants to keep going damage, but at this point his team really needs someone who can tank up the front line of J4, otherwise literally everyone will just die.
For sure, they're really banking on doing as much AoE as possible, probably with that Mega Gnar form. Just so that they can prime the Fiddlesticks ult and the Sivir splash damage, because we both know Sivir does just ridiculous damage in team fights.
Probably some of the best. Like, her and Twitch are the team fight kings for ADC damage.
Oh. Xerath trying to snipe the Scuttle Crab.
I don't know if that ulti was worth it. Hook actually misses off of Gankenstein, and now he's got to run away from this team fight. The rest of the team shows up. Casper ends up in the middle of 3 people, gets kicked away immediately from Lee Sin, and it looks like Fiddlesticks is going to show up. Gets a little bit of a speed boost from Nami here, and she's going to put on the Tidecaller's Blessing to try to keep him in the middle of the fight there. Casper does not quite land up the knock-up on Lee Sin as he's able to jump over the wall there.
Really wish Fiddlesticks had, as soon as if he had recognized that Tidecaller's Blessing on him, instead of trying to land the perfect drain, if he had applied the slow, I think that would have given his team enough time to finish the Lee Sin. Still going to secure the dragon, just didn't quite get that other kill.
Very, very true. Lupo doing one of the things that I do on Sivir. If there's a gap in your build on Sivir and you can get the fur enchant, go ahead and nab it. It is super nice for kiting.
Yep, and because she has no mobility spells other than other than movement speed, that's pretty much what you need. You need some sort of early movement speed.
Yeah, bottom lane. Oh my goodness! Oh! That's why I fear the J4. Shield your eyes. Shield your eyes. Oh my goodness.
Holy moly, man. Yeah, that's one of the problems, though, is J4 is the champion you want against Sivir. You cannot spell shield terrain, guys.
Oh, man. The burst damage was so high. Now, with that should signal to Red Sox that he can go tank. He just needs to go tank now. That's how he becomes an even bigger problem for the enemy team. Jake Corn landing a Q on Alexander Petrag in the top lane, but it's going to be in a bunch of minions there. Genkenstein getting bubbled up by Nami, and he's going to actually... The fish escapes the what's it called? Collateral damage from high bones, and he's going to pick up 2 kills in the jungle there. Well played to bait that out, Nami. And Casper's not done with this fight. He actually tries to pick up Red Sox Maniac. Red Sox fails the EQ combo to get away, and then, I don't know, Casper just kind of got confused, lost sight of his objective, but kind of let him walk away.
He was counting on Fiddlesticks to back him up right there. Unfortunately, Fiddle went the other direction with his ulti.
Yeah.
So, he did not get the team backup that he was expecting, so he just kind of walked away. Because as we just saw, Vi just got 1v1 by J4. J4 is a monster right now. Lee Sin following up the Q, unfortunately eats a fear.
Yo, picked up that kill. Good jump, good hop. You can take both these guys out if you... Nope, you didn't play it right. You didn't dodge that Q. You had to dodge that Q in order to make that work.
No, don't do a Fiddle. Yeah. Sausage, you have a wonderful sausage, but no.
What is that, summer sausage?
Summer sausage? Yo, I want some.
Is that some kielbasa? What's going on?
Is that bratwurst?
Yeah.
You got some bratwurst, man? Oh lord, mini stretch in the chat.
Trolling
What's
around
up?
Already. All right, I'm gonna raise my hand.
Wow!
Oh! 600-second timeout, buddy. Oh, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Raise your dongers.
Oh man, that was brutal, dude.
I'll see you in 10 minutes.
Xerath get caught out right here, catches the Vi ulti, flashes not to the lantern for safety.
Good playback, but it looks like it's No, the inflatable dog comes out, and that's gonna take out Xerath.
Oh no, that's the worst feeling as a Thresh player. That lantern was there for so long.
Yeah.
So very long. We do see Jarvan trying to split push, and Nara is not going to be able to answer that either. So blue team needs to take advantage to try to get this mid inner tower. Oh man, yeah.
Get out there!
Minions OP!
Oh my goodness, dude. It makes me cry every time.
Why is J4 TPing to his tower? Why didn't he be?
I don't know. Why didn't he kill the turret that he was at?
I don't understand!
It's worth for him to die for that turret.
Holy moly, man! I guess he just wants to, like... Oh, I guess he realizes minions probably have this. Look at that. Holy crap.
Oh my goodness, the minion push was the truth, but they don't quite take it down. It's still got about 35 health, so that's plenty of health to actually defend somebody, right?
Yeah, you know, maybe.
Sit into that turret all you want. Lupa comes out off to the side there. Ooh, that hook actually almost lands as he turns the corner. Stun lands from Xerath as Lupa does not prime his spell shield quick enough. Ulti comes down, and now they're going to start the chase here. Flash forward, but the box comes down to slow everyone down. Genkenstein kind of sacrificing his own life to make sure everyone else can live, but 2 kills will go down from the red side anyway. Lupo is going to pick up these auto attacks. Good reset on that ricochet. Will allow him to pick up that Xerath kill nice and clean.
Yep. Those fur boots plus that red buff just mean you cannot escape Sliver once she gets her hands on you, man. Holy crap.
Plus Nami together is just... Nami Sliver is probably one of the most solid lanes I've played.
Yeah, Nami anything is pretty solid, to be honest with you.
Oh my goodness, Red Sox Maniac getting caught out in the enemy jungle there.
You know, this actually, if people keep getting caught like this, if they manage to stagger their picks, this could actually turn into an inhibitor. Because one more catch at the tower because someone thinks, you know, they're a little bit stronger than they are, and a good Nami bubble follow-up with a fear, that could be an inhibitor, that, though it looks like blue team making the right decision and backing up and trying to take the dragon.
That combined with Bones not basing here while they were pushing forward, so you wouldn't have had any mana to fight anyway, would have meant that the inhibitor would have probably gone down. J-Corn going in on an Ink Casper, or ISG Casper. Casper gonna just dash away towards this dragon where his team is. Goes ahead and dunks Lee Sin. Lantern comes out. Good Lantern by Genkenstein. Picks him up from the bus stop and pulls him over home there.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like red team, Jarvan in particular, is falling into that top lane syndrome where He feels like he has to go get the CS top lane, where he would be better off trying to force a team fight right now. Especially since he kind of wasted his TP earlier.
Yeah, he's still going damage, and it's just not needed.
Good catch.
Needed.
Good catch. Good catch.
Like it's overkill. You can't kill anyone more than 0. Once they're at 0, they're dead. Alright, so Alexander Pendrag on the backside of that fight there will pick up that kill on Xerath, and now High Iron Bones has to dash over the wall. The movement speed bonus from Gnar will not allow him to catch him, and now they've realized that this entire time Red Sox Maniac has been pushing over towards the top lane. That Q will interrupt Gnar's backing animation, and now he's kind of just forced to not be able to stop that top lane turret push, even though he wasn't going to make it in the first place. Good smite from Jake Corn's just going to say, you know what, that's my jungle. It's mine.
Yeah, a little bit silly out of Nami and Gnar right there, trying to force the Gromp when the jungler just queued over the wall. Like, you know he has vision, just kind of wasting time at that point. Oh man, and we are just seeing this gold lead like on Sivir. Oh no!
Oh, Gnar barely makes it out alive. Now Casper is in a tight spot as he's got to fight against Red Sox Maniac. But here's where it comes. Here's where I was talking. Oh my goodness, the EQ chunks out half of Nami's health.
Again, nobody wants to click Gankenstein's Lantern. Guys, he took a shower this morning. He told me. It's okay.
Tannin, I know about the DPS J4, but you can't kill someone more than 0.
I mean, Sivir just gets caught out there.
There's no
Catches
such
the
thing
leaks.
as a super death.
You don't make them take longer to respawn if they die more.
Yeah, if the overkill damage overflowed into their next life and made it so they had to stand on Fountain a little bit longer, maybe it would be worth it. But right here, if he had like the beginnings of a random Inzoman, he would be so much better off.
Yeah, especially against considering like Sivir is the biggest threat on the enemy team. Like if he had a Randuin's or even like a Locket, I would actually really like to see a Locket pick up out of J4 right here.
Either of those options are really, really strong.
Yeah, just really, he does not need to finish a Trinity Force and a Last Whisper and whatever that Black Cleaver item is. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a... Let's see. I don't know what to expect from this game right now. I feel like the first team that tries to bait the Baron is going to lose. Because either...
Hook gets blocked from Argent to Lupo in the bottom lane, and now he's getting the auto attacks down on Genkinstein. Genkinstein throwing in the exhaust, gives the shield to ISG Casper as he tries to pick up Darth Roshi. Now it's Jake Horn who's in trouble as he's closest to the team. What good hook from Genkinstein will slow down Argent to Lupo, but it's only going to be at the cost of his own life there. Casper is now on the tails of High Iron Bones, but it doesn't look like his ulti is up. The ultimate from Xerath is going to deter Casper and cause him to turn back around, but off to the side, Gnar will pick up Xerath as he comes into the fight. The ultimate collateral damage does come out from High Iron Bones, but now he's trying to get away from Gnar, which is just not going to happen. Red Sox Maniac now in the middle of the fight as he picks up Nami and then immediately dies to Gnar, going Super Gnar or Mega Gnar mode. And now he's going to be able to push this wave up.
Yeah, that was actually a really clutch TP out of J4. Had he not chosen to TP right there, he would have lost a tower and not gained anything out of it. Instead, he comes in and he manages to get the 4v5, or the 4 for 5, which is the best he could have gotten out of that situation. Really, really good decision by Red Sox Maniac. Oh my goodness. So, what do we think? Who's going to be the first one to be dumb enough to go for Baron in this situation? Because it's not a good idea if they try to just... Blue side, you think so?
Because they have Fiddle Drain and Silver's Head, and they have the percent damage from Gnar. It's the most juicy thing on the face of the planet right now.
I feel like so going with the assumption Blue side's going to try to bait it or try to start it. I think Red Sox Maniac is just going to run over whoever gets close to the pit.
Red Sox Maniac plus Graves ulti will literally kill the entire enemy team.
Yeah, like. Especially if Gank can follow up with like a nice box placement around the Baron pit, this is just going to be a brutal team fight at the Baron pit.
Oh my goodness, they're trying to set up the bait here. The Q from Vi gets launched over the wall, but Casper's going to get away out of that one. Magic Sausage wastes his Fiddlesticks ulti, and now that's going to be down for a time. If I was Red Team, I'd say, Red Sox, where are you at? Fiddle ulti is down, let's go.
Yeah, I would definitely be sitting here going like, let's go, like, just run up behind him, J4. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, just show up, man. He starts running down from the top lane now. Genkenstein is caught in the middle of the enemy team as he gets the hook down to Casper to peel him off of High Iron Bones. The Magic Sausage trying to finish off the kill there. Gets the fear down, and that will not finish him off immediately. Red Sox Mania shows up in the back of the fight. This DPS J4 is tearing up the back lines here. He's got nowhere to run now as he's just kiting the enemy team away from his base. Trying to buy himself some time. First Jeep to show up! The knockup from the Red Sox is going to take the Magic Sausage low, and he will finish off Vi, but he's going to go down directly to the Fiddlesticks after that point. High End Bones now chasing off Alexander Pendrag. The heal from Nami comes out, and a good bubble is going to land on the High Iron Bones. Fear is staggering the CC afterwards from Magic Sausage, and that's going to be all they need to take out Bones.
Yeah. Whole fight could have been different if J4 had just started moving a couple seconds sooner. Did do an excellent job of just isolating Sivir, but this is kind of what we're talking about, where like he just did not need that much damage. He had already killed Sivir and then he couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
He couldn't survive to wait for his cooldowns.
He could have lived. He can live through these fights so much longer. Don't tell me he's gonna finish off the Black Cleaver now, because now he just he doesn't have the item slots to get the items he needs.
Yeah, he needs at a minimum 2 defense. Like, he probably needs Randuin's Banshee's Veil. Goes for the QSS. I don't know. I do not approve. Do not approve, man. Oh, man. This is just brutal, man. This is brutal. I feel like J4, even though he has double the CS, he's just kind of squandering his lead by going more damage. As Genkenstein gets caught right here.
Constantly caught out. Genkenstein is always in the face of danger. Lands the hook on the Fiddlestick after ulti. It kind of just tugs him more close to his team, and that Zonius is well placed.
He says, if I'm going down, I'm going to bring this fiddle right to my Xerath.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. The J4 damage is enormous. It is huge.
Yeah.
Is
it's huge.
No, but it's there.
Yeah, it's so unnecessary. At least Sin gets caught out right here, trying to go for that greedy Dragon Steel. He should be able to escape, but it's going to cost him his blue buff.
He wants this blue buff now.
Yeah, this is greedy.
It's going to cost him his life. He tried to go for the ward jump at the very end, but it was too late.
Guys, not worth. Blue buff is not worth your life, ever.
No.
Ever, ever. Especially if the enemy team still gets blue buff.
Yeah. Stop trying to defend turrets that people were taking a long time ago. They've got 4 people here and our turret's at 500 HP. I'm at 600 HP. I think I can defend it. No. They're gonna die to you and then take the turret.
Yeah, I kind of feel like even with all of the wonky item choices coming out of Purple Team, they can still win this game so long as they recognize the fact that they don't have to do anything fancy. They need to just sit under a tower because Sivir is garbage at sieging a tower. It is so hard for her to get up and whack a tower. Just, like, if she walks up and J4 ults her with all the damage in the world plus some, it's like that team fight's over, man.
It's like, alright, Sivir will die of my EQ combo, but I'll be ulting her midair, so that damage will go to waste, and then I'll turn around and start fighting Vi in my ulti.
Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. I feel like Red Team just needs to be a little bit more patient, get some wards down so they don't, unknowingly eat the Fiddle ulti, but maybe J4 doesn't even need to ult Fiddle as Xerath just gets caught out here. Yeah, like, this is just not what Blue Team or Purple needs to be doing, man.
Just need to group.
Just sit at your base, man.
Oh my goodness. Pick after pick goes down and... Oh my goodness, it's like a coal mine, so many picks.
Oh man.
So many picks are happening.
Yeah, and like, this is the only time Sivir's gonna have a chance to whack these Endhim towers, when they have 2 or 3 people down.
Please, stop it, man!
Guys!
Oh my goodness, the J4 damages go down, and now he's caught in the middle of the team. Underneath his turret, he still does not have any tank items, which causes him to die. That QSS was not the optimal purchase. Oh my goodness,
oh god!
It's Lee Sin's turn. What is this, a dance battle or League of Legends? I don't know, because we're just taking turns going into the middle of the enemy here.
Red Team decides to throw down the gauntlet, and unfortunately...
Bones now dashes in, gets feared immediately, picks up the kill on Nami, but he will trade his life for it.
I'll defend that. That was worth a shot. If he maybe picks up 2 with his buckshot, definitely would have been better if he had his ulti. Unfortunately, he used it when he got picked in the jungle.
Yeah.
Holy moly. This Baron call would be exceptionally greedy. They need to just back up, get some wards, reset their health, and then try to make a Baron play. Because right now they don't have enough counter vision to force the Baron.
They can totally get this Baron. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, just do it, boys.
You got the fiddle heal. Look at it. Look at that. It makes me mad every time I see it. It's like, why is that an ability?
Dude, there are so many worse abilities in this game, like Fiddlesticks Fear.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks as a champion is just like frustrating. It's just frustrating.
At least he's not. I'll give him this much. At least he's not Teemo. At least he's not Poppy. Like
Poppy passive. Let's see.
Poppy passive, Ropey.
Fiddlesticks passive is. It doesn't come up.
He provides a magic debuff.
Yeah, but I was trying to see how much it was at right now because I believe it scales throughout the game.
Oh, let me take a look. I'll look it up. Oh, wiki.com. Fiddlesticks passive. Oh, Jesus. Talk to me, Stretch. What's going on in the game while I look up Fiddle?
Right now, J4 is once again pushing top lane, but he's camping a brush, seeing if anyone's going to show up to pick up that delicious farm. Gets impatient and is going to go ahead and pick up that farm himself. Now he's going to recall on this brush as it gets flanked by both Fiddlesticks and Gnar. Oh, Fiddlesticks walks in. No, that's not how you want to open up that fight. Gets feared. Even though the damage is going to be significant enough, now Alexander Pendrag will get enough damage down to kill Red Sox. Actually, no! Yep, never mind. Turns Super Gnar and gets
wow. Looks like the tides have turned as they're able to 2v1 the Red Sox Maniac, and Sivir goes ham onto Lee Sin right there. Holy moly. We're going to see a vibe bump. Oh, she probably should have gone for the Xerath there, but they're going to pick up the tower for free anyway. All kills are better than... always go for objectives when you get the chance. Oh, man. Dragon comes up in a minute, though. They should be able to pick up this bot lane tower and then roll back to Dragon. Definitely the best choice. I don't really agree with having Gnar in the top lane here. It's fine because Lee Sin and J4 are dead, but he's not getting enough pressure on the map to do anything about it. Though we do see the bot lane fight coming in as Gankenstein just gets caught again. Unfortunately, Sivir with the fur boots just runs down everybody.
Oh my goodness, and the red buff too to slow him as well.
Yeah, guys, Sivir's the best champion, best AD carry in the game.
Yep.
For sure.
She's pretty good.
That Sox Maniac is here, guys.
He shows up, he's got all the armor pen that he needs to take out these tanks that are on the enemy team. This Valiant Gnar will stand no chance against the might that is that last whisper.
Yeah, for sure, but unfortunately, you know, you can't win if you can't get next to Sivir. Oh man, good game, guys. Unfortunately, I think just some wonky itemization choices coming out of Red Team cost them there, and then the inability to group and stay calm.
Yeah, they had so much power off that J4. Because, like, if J4 grouped, he could get to Sivir. If he gets to Sivir, he kills Sivir. If he kills Sivir, blue team loses literally, or red team loses most of their, or blue team loses most of their money. Because Sivir was so bad.
Yep, for sure. Sivir was definitely a large portion